G'day everyone and welcome back. Another Monday for us here at the moment. So another hot week, and the end of last week we had another fire. So that was fun. So last Friday I went down to Cledowns, went and saw Tom, and I got the shepherd there. I've got 4 giant round rolls on the back of that, so I got to go and take them down to the horses today. And then Henry was spreading, but then we ran out. Well, we didn't run out, sorry. We put a movement ban on because the temperature was getting too high, winds were getting too high, everything like that. So that was at about, I think we put the ban on at 9. I then went into town because the family was in town. I was like, it was a Friday, so I might as well head in. I headed in about 2 o'clock because I went and caught up with Jake, and we went and had a look at the bar. So I'll put a few photos up now of the bar. I didn't take that many. And while we were at the bar, we're discussing just points and things like that. Things that need to happen to it. Exciting, the bar is built, as you can see. And then, what's the words I'm looking for? On the 11th of February, the bin arrives. So the bin gets to town, and then they just got to put all that basically together, run some pipes, and then it should be coming out here. And then as soon as I hear from Earnshaw, I'll go up, I'll grab the liquid cart, bring that down, we'll hook it all together, and we'll be able to, they'll be able to come out and put the liquid system on and make sure it's all working, which would be just awesome, and we'll have it nice, early, ready for seeding. And then, so anyway, when I was in town looking at that bar, there was a fire at Daly Up, and it was 42 degrees, howling northerlies, and like 12% on the humidity. So as you can imagine, it was a perfect storm. So we went to that. I met someone there, and then I drove the truck, and we were there from, I guess, 3 o'clock, and then we left at midnight. We were probably one of the earlier people to leave. A lot of people didn't leave till about 4:30 in the morning, so it was there wasn't a lot to do from midnight to 4:30, but there had to be trucks there because it wasn't contained. It was in the bush. It was going towards houses, sort of thing. So yeah, that was an exciting day. I'll if I haven't already, I'll put up some videos of what was going on there. So we were doing a lot of backburns.
And we'll meet you down there. Roger. It's Neville Wealth here again. What's that speaking to? Copy. Sector Bravo. Yeah, copy. Dividers on the fire mapper for us, please. Yeah, no worries, we'll do. Yeah, we've got the waters on the display. You require any on that side? Yeah, copy. Yeah, a minute.
And if you see my Instagram already, you would have seen the video. Those paper barks just absolutely went up like you wouldn't believe. And we had to do that because behind me, where I'm sitting filming that, we had a house. So that was the northerly wind. We were expecting a southwesterly change, and we had trees behind the truck there and a house and sheds. And as soon as that turn around, the trees, those were already alight. We just helped them along, got it done quicker, and would have thrown embers back into the trees behind us on the southwesterly change, and then that house would have been under threat again, because we were at the other side, on the north side of that house, protecting that house at the start. So yeah, that's why we were burning trees. So then Cascade was there again on Saturday, and then I was there again yesterday in an LT driving around, and just it's basically all out and contained now, which is good. So bit of fun for the weekend. And then actually coming up this Friday's hot again. I believe it's 38 on the app, so it's gonna be nice and warm. But what are we doing today? Henry's down spreading some gypsum. He's gonna run short, so we've got another truckload coming today, and then that will get us all sorted. So we're gonna put one trailer where Henry is, another trailer where I was when I started filming the gypsum. So we'll finish that. I need to take this hay down to the horses and get that unloaded and get that sorted. I'm also probably going to put the toolbox and all my tools from the forward, chuck that over into the ram. I need to go down and fuel Henry up and do all that sort of stuff. We've also employed a young bloke, a local, so Callum. He's rocking up, I think about the 17th of February. So he's going to come along. He's going to help us, basically, because Dad's like fully retired now. So just to give us that helping hand for leading into the busy period. We've got things like all those trees to cut. We've got flex-in trailer to make and do. We've got all the landscaping down at my place, which I believe actually starts tomorrow. We've got a lot of stuff to do, and it's always just handy to have an extra set of hands. So that's what we're doing. So I might pull in the old Ford, and we'll put some number plates back onto it, because I took them off because we got them replaced. We'll start getting some tools off. Will it start? No, it won't. Oh, yes, it will. The problem we have is things when they sit, even though there's nothing drawing from the batteries, they go flat. And I know what a lot of you say. You also get trickle chargers and chuck them on, but there's no power over in that shed over there, so we'd have to run a lot of extension cords. And then we just got cords and trickle chargers going everywhere when we're wanting to move things. Probably is a good idea in the long run, but for the time being, the big tractors, everything like that doesn't seem to go flat. It's more just the little things. Actually, now I'm saying that, the loader is actually flat, so I'm gonna have to go over and sort that out as well. We'll probably change the batteries for that. We need to get that in at some point. There's a hydraulic pipe that's leaking, so we need to get that in and get that fixed before it comes seeding time, where we're actually using the thing every single day. So we need to make sure we get that done beforehand. So I'll just chuck the battery charger on. Henry's done the trickle charger before, so that's the trickle charger down there. That's the reconditioning one, and it doesn't really, as you can see, it didn't really work. So I'm just going to chuck the big one on there, and hopefully having that on for a couple of hours will make it better. Right, so I'm going to put this toolbox onto my ram there. I was looking at getting a new one, but they didn't have any of the king chromes in town, and the other one they got is called a contractor, and it's got a weird sort of way it opens. It's more deeper, and it doesn't have in here. Doesn't have the stuff that you can just chuck your things up. Now you'll see the gas struts are buggered, and it's missing one because I took that into town. They're ordering me a new one, so at the moment this is just what I got to deal with. The other sort of style that you could get is gull wing, so they come all the way down and they cover this, which is cool. But to do that, I'd want to get the tray sides rebuilt and have the tray so it was latching onto the toolbox, because so many times when I rock up to do anything. You know, if just my gloves are in here, you know, lift it up, you get your gloves, you get your CRC or your pliers, things like that. They're just easy to grab, off you go. Whereas when you've got a going, and because of sides, you've always got to take your side down to then get the thing open. So yeah, we got that. In the back here is all of my, well, the Milwaukee stuff's all sort of been taken out and it's scattered everywhere. But I got my Milwaukee gear, got straps, got all the socket sets, things like that. Need to relocate. Snatch strap and jumper leads, need to put them into the new ute. So it's finally able to be used as a work ute instead of just a drive around car. The fun part of getting this toolbox off. It did used to have, well, it's got 4 holes, 2 at the front, 2 at the back. But because with the way that this tray was set up, it's got a water tank underneath, and you couldn't put the bolts at the back, so I had to re-drill the holes here. So they're just there, basically like a third of the way in, and that meets it just behind the mud guard here. So it does get quite difficult with getting these bolts on and off. One advantage of the Norweld here is it's all raised. So I'll show you underneath here. You've got all this area here, it's all raised, so you're not actually worrying about anything that's below it, like the mud guards. You can put a bolt here underneath the mud guards, things like that. So in theory, it should be a lot easier to put the toolbox on that ute than what it was to put it on this one. So yeah, let's see if we get it off. Obviously I've taken the toolbox, or the drawers out, so I can get to it, but also to make it a lot lighter when I go to lift this thing off. This toolbox has been on since I bloody well got this ute. I don't think I've taken this tray off, this toolbox off this tray at all. So these bolts have been on here for like 3 or 4 years. So I did try to clean them up as best as I could under here, but it's not exactly the easiest. So this is going to be fun. Try to tighten it back up and spraying some stuff in there. Out of the 3 bolts, I was only able to get 1 off. This one at the front, it's now just rounding out inside the nut itself, so it's stripping the thread. I can't move that one. The one over here was fine. The one back here is just locked up as well. So I'm going to have to cut them, and the only thing that is remotely going to work is maybe the rip saw. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it in, because the grinder's not going to work, because I can't fit the grinder. Oh, I might be able to fit the grinder in there. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Okay, I got one off, but the other one I'm not sure what I'm going to do, because I can't get this in there, I can't get the angle grinder in there, but we'll figure it out. We got it. So it ended up snapping off. It was a combination of the hacksaw and yeah, the hacksaw I couldn't really get because I couldn't get the angle of it, so I was just using the single blade by itself, which you can see down there, and then just jamming the spanner on there and just reefing it with the ratchet there, and eventually it was quite noisy, quite loud, but eventually it just, and then the head snapped off, which I believe is just here. So that it helped cutting it because it made it a weak point, and then yeah, now we can lift it off. Ready to see what it looks like underneath the toolbox for 3 years of just sitting there. whole bunch of dirt and grime and crap that's been sitting under there. One good thing I suppose about it being an aluminium tray, and same with the Norweld, is when you have stuff like this, it isn't going to rust it, whereas the Triton, which no longer here, but that was the same. That sat on here for the same, about 3 years, and it was only like surface rust, but there was rust where I had the toolbox. So yeah, I'll just be able to take this around to the wash down bay, give it a wash, get it all off, which will be good. Now you might be wondering, why is it cut? The reason it's cut is because I originally was just putting it smack bang on the deck, and then when I did that, what I should have done is rolled the stuff back, but I didn't. I just cut it out, put it on, and then when I didn't bolt it down yet, I was just testing it. When I went to pull the drawer out, there's a lip here, which it couldn't get past. Now I'm not sure I'm going to go on the Norweld, because the Norweld's got an even bigger lip. I'm hoping that just the mat underneath will be fine, but yeah, we'll find out. Swap the utes out to chuck the toolbox on. Got all my stuff down there, but because I had to swap the utes, had to take the battery charger off, I was like, right, well I'll go and get the battery charger on the loader, because I'd rather get that charging, because I'm going to need that to go and do the hay later on today. And yeah, she's dead flat, so I'll try charging it up with the batteries and we'll just see what happens. If they keep dying, we'll just replace the batteries, because obviously come seeding we're going to need that. Now you might be wondering, odd time to be having a coffee, John. Well, I'm not having a coffee. The batteries over there have got super corrosion on them, so I'll show you a little trick. These batteries are normally pretty good for us. I don't know if we've actually ever changed these batteries before, but anyway, we're here now with a flat battery. You'll see here we've got some spray on there, so we do have the battery spray on there, so I'm quite surprised that when you look at it, you can see that there's corrosion, and there's even corrosion on the clamp, corrosion on there. So obviously if there's corrosion, you can't see me too well with this on there. Obviously when there's corrosion, it means that the battery isn't going to be getting, like the terminals aren't going to be clean, they're not going to be getting full power. So we're going to use the hot water to clean it up, and then I've got some emery paper that I don't know where that's gone. Anyway, I've got some paper that we'll just be able to clean up the terminals with, make sure they're good, and then we'll chuck the battery charger on, and she should be sweet. So let's put some hot water on these terminals. So you can see just how easy something like a bit of hot water cleans that up. So yeah, again, they all had the spray on there, so I am surprised just how they've got so corroded. But anyway, we'll clean these up, get the charger on. Okay, having a bit of a time trying to get these things off, and I can tell you that these are the original batteries, because if I go like this, we can see that it's the original Louis Gong battery. Now I've got the pry bar to just try and split the clamp open, and then once you've got it open, you can then try and adjust it. Well, you try and get it off. These things are seized on there, like corroded on there, to the point that when you move this terminal around, try and get this clamp off this terminal, the actual terminal is moving. So I'm going to just leave them. I'm going to tighten these back up, put the batteries on charge, and then I'm going to order some new batteries, because these are absolutely cactus jack. If I am not even like reefing on it with pressure, I just try to move it a little bit and the terminal's moving. So that to me says that the actual batteries themselves are probably done their life. And to be honest, they've had a good run, because we have had this loader since 2008. So these batteries have been in here for a while. They are taking charge. So I'll just leave it to it, and yeah, we'll come back and I didn't take a photo. I'll take a photo of those batteries, and I'll get some batteries ordered so that we can replace them. So we've got a nice reliable loader starting for us come seeding. Okay, back from lunch. So in the meantime, well, since the last video, which I think was taking that off, I've taken the shepherd down to the house and got that down there. I'll take the loader down at the end of the day today, and I'll sort the hay out down there. Then I went down and fueled Henry up with fuel, and then Rhiannon also helped me. I had to do a bit of filming on my phone actually, so I did filmed a few things for the Cancer Council, for basically slip slop slap. So that reel or short or whatever it is should actually be out. If they approve it, I think it might be coming out the same day as this video or the day after. So if you see that, that's what that is. Right, and on that, slip slop slap, very important, especially being outside. I do get a lot of why do you wear long sleeves and long pants? It's too hot. You just get used to it. I'd much rather have the long sleeves than always applying sunscreen. I'm really bad at applying sunscreen. I'm getting better, but I'd always roll my sleeves up, because it was just so much cooler, as in like temperature wise. And I was always like, I don't need to put sunscreen on because I tan and I never get burnt on my arms. It wasn't until Rhiannon said, yeah, but just because you're not burning doesn't mean you're not doing damage to your skin. And I was like, actually, that's right. Like, yeah, there's nothing healthy about a tan. So yeah, ever since then I've just got used to being sweaty and rolling the sleeves down. And I am trying to get better at reapplying sunscreen, things like that. So, time to get this installed. Now the one issue I've got is that this mat that came with the truck is it's not quite as wide as the tray, but I suppose that doesn't really matter. We sort of want to have it as far over this way as we can, so that when we go to put this on, that's going to give us its best thing to sit on. So I guess, let's just lift her up, see what it looks like. Check before I go too far is just that the drawers will work, and it does. Still got heaps of clearance, which is good. So we can get this all lined up, drill some holes, mount it down. As you can see, I've got the mat off because the holes weren't lining up from the mat to the toolbox, so I have to sort that out in a bit. So yeah, I had to take that out so then I could get to the plate and I can just drill straight into here. As you're about to see, I think I scratched it pretty bad. So it's not the lightest of toolboxes to move around. I actually nearly dropped it on the ground, and yeah, she's scuffed up a bit, but I've got my holes there, so we'll whack them through and we should be able to drill them. We'll just check to make sure that back hole there is going to be well clear of the what's it called, the water tank in there, which I'm now a little bit worried about. I'm going to get a tape measure and I'll measure the distance from here to there and then under there. The front ones I got no issue, they're easy as to get to. The back ones could be a bit of an issue. Yep, can't do it. The water tank is starts right about there, so I can't do that. All I'll do is I'll just go off my old drill holes so you can see. I don't know why I did this, but you can see that one is in line with that, and then over here for some reason it's over there. I have no idea why I would have drilled it like that. Actually I do. It was probably because of the toolbox at the back of the... Oh, actually I don't know. Anyway, we'll see how we go here. I'll just flip this back down, line it all up, do these 2 holes instead of the other ones, and yeah, we should be right. I've got the step drill here, so that goes to 12 mil. I'm just going to drill it out to 12, that'll be fine. What I will do is I'll go and get a pilot first and just do it through with a very small drill bit, just to make sure that it's fine. I'd rather have a small hole than a big hole. And I've adjusted these, so you might see these are more in line, maybe not, depending on the camera. But so I've re-drilled some holes on my box there, because the other one is about here, and it's just too close. I'd love to have a bit more depth for securing the toolbox. I mean, this toolbox is, I've had this since I was on the Triton, so this toolbox is like 6 years old. Maybe not that, maybe 5. So it's gone through the paces. So yeah, we'll just make sure that we got this all right first. Yep, should be fine. Just going to get a bolt, just make sure that I'm going to do this correctly. Perfect, 4 of those will do just fine. Well, it's just typical that I could only find 1 of those bolts of that size. So I've had to go a different size. So this is a 9mm drill bit instead of a, 10mm drill bit instead of going out to 12. Perfect. So instead of pulling over the mat right now and then finding the holes, cutting them out so they fit, I'm just going to make sure that the holes I've done line up and that they fit before we go ahead, because I may as well get that sorted before I get too far. And they do all fit, so that is good. I'm going to have trouble getting my hand to 2 of them. 2 of them will be fine. So we'll pull this mat over, and then next time you'll see it, it'll be with this down on top of the mat. In my side. Perfect. I've got the bottom drawer to put in, but as you can see there, I took everything out of this toolbox because I was lifting it on and off to make it lighter, and it's all on there, so I've got to deal with that now. Put that all in there nice and neat, chuck that one in, but I'm very happy with that. It's all come together nicely, so yeah, I'm glad that that works. Right, I reckon we'll leave the video there. There's no point filming whatever else I'm going to do today. It's just putting that stuff away. I'm going to do the hay, things like that. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what I'll get to. I'll find something. We've got a big list of things to do, but it's just in what order do we do them, and when do we get to them. So we will get there and those sort of things. But yeah, these videos I hope will start to get more interesting as we start to do more things instead of me installing whirlybirds or me installing my toolbox, things like that. But that's all you're going to get for today. So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we'll catch you in the next one.